them say, there's no telling where the guys will take you. Get ready for a spoiler. Won't say it twice, cause we already warned you. Better watch out, it's gonna ruin the plot. Real spoilers. Real spoilers. Real spoilers.
Broadcasting from the lush but not lavish studios located in the basement of the O'Keefe Institute for Advanced Film Snarkitude, this is Real Spoilers, episode 859. Nobody 2, but I said it TOO.
Oh, wow. Okay,
that's,
okay.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Nobody as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nobody also.
Nobody also.
Yeah. So, I don't know, let's just go around the table and everyone can introduce themselves.
This is Joe.
This is Kevin.
And this is Tom. But before we dig into the movie du jour, which means of the day, but, we are a weekly podcast, but I don't know how to say of the week in French.
Oh, I see the,
So
I
if
see
we have
the
any
issues.
if we have any Canadian listeners, perhaps they can assist. I feel pretty confident we don't have any French listeners.
We
and I say
might.
that because I've kissed every one of them.
Oh, fair.
And
That's
not how they-
impressive.
yeah, it's not how they kiss.
That's
or maybe
pretty good.
Maybe they just don't like me.
That's
But
I love the logic.
yeah, so there's I'm nothing if not logical.
Am I being recorded?
Yeah.
You have to tell me if I'm being recorded.
No, I don't.
No, I don't.
It's a one consent
It's a,
state.
yeah, it's a single user consent
Yeah.
state for recording. Trust me, I know.
Yeah, but just like that.
I asked my divorce attorney about it back in
Before that was a thing.
2010. So we did have long conversations about could I put a GPS tracking device on the car? Like, was that in?
And they said,
And they said, you own the car.
Yeah.
car's in
So,
your name.
Car's in your name.
That's it.
Or
You're
both
just-
your names.
just
But
Can
when
I
we're-
shove one
So
down
I-
her throat?
I couldn't. There were too many dicks in there.
See, that's how I do. I set you up for that. You're welcome.
But yeah, so like I couldn't put a GPS tracking device on your car.
Right.
But since I was a car that I owned or was the co-owner of,
What's the?
I could do it.
Yeah, in French, the road forks you.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. So where was that? Oh yeah, shameless plugs. Don't forget to find us in wherever you get your podcast, Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeart, TuneIn, wherever you find them, you can find us while you're there. Be sure and follow us so you never miss an episode. Maybe leave us a review. That is super helpful. You can also find us on Facebook, facebook.com/Real Spoilers. While you're there, like the page, join the group. It's called the League of Show Sharers because we are hoping you will share an episode. People who were kind enough to share an episode last week include Librarian Cynthia, Jason McLean, Richard Krotzer, Travis Tewitt, Julianne Jordan, Chris Magic Man, Jason Aldridge, Lane Levant. Yeah, like he friended me on Facebook, so now it'll
perfect.
show up. Yeah. Lane, he's probably immediately like muted me, but
Yeah, right.
This is how Tom gets friends. Well, I can't read your name unless we're friends. Well, Tom O'Keefe has 3,500 friends.
so desperate for Facebook friends. I hardly ever post anything anymore.
Same
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, just-
Social media has gotten so toxic.
Yeah.
I hate doing it.
So anyway, Phil Timon, Tom Dowdy, Gabriel Lugo, Heather Sachs, Cinema Recall, Batman, Rye Guy, James Install, Spoiler Piece Theater, Geek to Me Radio, Colby Mack, Nostalgia Cast, Ken Holtzhauser, Matt Naglia, Mike, and Oscar, Edit Photo Gamer, Jason Weesey, Ryan Terry, Ronnie Castle, and In Session Film. So thank you very much for sharing an episode. Also, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/Real Spoilers, where for $5 a month you get all sorts of bonus content.
Oh,
and
yeah.
we like you extra. We just put out our It's Pat episode.
It was
Damn
wild.
The Patreon episodes lately have included me.
That's
so
right. That's right.
If that's a selling point for you, great. If it's not, forget that I said anything.
We needed someone that remembered 50 years back.
Yes.
Yeah, when the SNL first started.
I mean, I remember vividly watching SNL when Chevy Chase was still.
That's
on.
wild.
That's why
Okay,
you're on
that's
the
cool.
show.
Yeah,
It's-
no, I think that's great.
It's crazy, and it'll happen to you guys as you get older. You'll remember things that the younger folks will be like, "Really?
Yeah, that happened
remember
when?
It's
I was-
starting to happen now where
Yeah.
I'm seeing people online that are literally like not understanding that you used to do. I don't know whether it's like renting a video or something. Like people are
Oh.
starting to like be old enough to
Yeah.
be like driving and posting
Yeah.
online, but they literally have never experienced something like renting a tape.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
Or a
That-
DVD or
that's
anything.
insane
and
to
it's just
me.
to me, it's like I'm not that old, but it's like wow.
Yeah.
We were watching Trainwreck, the Netflix series where it's just about.
Oh, sure.
And we were watching the one about storming Area 51, and I had
God, those
gotten
idiots.
a low-key argument with my stepdaughter because she was convinced that people had never really heard of Area 51 until this. And I was like,
What?
I was like, I'm like, that's not true at all. That's not, you hadn't heard of it. But like,
There's a Sega Saturn game called Area 51.
Oh.
like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
there was
I
a-
know. I mean, it, like,
The whole premise of
I don't know if I
Independence Day
convinced-
and Men in Black
Yeah.
are centered around Area 51.
yeah. I'm trying to remember. Don't they go there in Close Encounters?
Oh.
Or maybe they just go to a
think I-
place like
I don't
that.
think
but-
I've seen Close Encounters
Oh, it's-
all the way through.
Well, there's like
I've seen
three
it like chopped
versions.
up in different.
so you never know which one to watch.
Yeah,
but-
that's true.
But that's fine. I mean, that's a perfect example of where like there's just like the collective consciousness is so young for
Yeah.
a group of people now online that are starting to have voices online, and
Yeah.
they've never experienced things like
That's-
that, and it's mind-boggling to me that people could think like you used to do what you used to have to put a tape or a DVD in, like
Yeah.
literally.
Okay, we talked about this on the Clip Out Patreon.
Okay.
Right? Let me blow your mind. Watch and Leave It to Beaver. 'Cause
Okay.
that's how I roll. And it's always fascinating to see little moments in the show of like that kind of illustrate how little things have changed.
Yeah.
Like the one point Beaver needs to call the police and he calls the operator to ask for the police.
Oh, yeah.
Because 911 doesn't exist yet.
Right.
Right? So there's an episode where, and seriously, I'm going to blow your mind.
Okay.
There's an episode where Wally has to go to a dance and he's not old enough to drive yet, and he's going to drive with some friends, but there's too many people in the car and Ward won't let him go. And so the girl's going to drive, right? So first off, he's appalled by the fact that the girl is going to drive him to the dance.
Oh my gosh.
But that's not the part that's going to blow
Okay.
your mind.
Okay.
Beaver talks about how you'll get used to it. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, and he says...
It's the brother who's appalled that the girl's going to drive.
Correct. He's
Got it.
embarrassed.
Got
Yeah.
it. Got it.
And Beaver says, and this is a throwaway line. This isn't designed to be like a big laugh line or a
Okay.
big... He just says real cash, as cash can be. He's like, it'll be weird at first, but you'll get used to it like naked swimming at the YMCA. And then they just keep on going. And I was
What?
like... Whoa.
Hold on.
I've got to pause the episode.
Time out.
Pump the fucking brakes.
Right.
Did he just say naked swimming at the YMCA?
Well, you know it's famously fun to stay there, and you never
Well,
asked why.
I mean, that song's starting to make a lot more sense.
I thought the gag, no pun intended, that it was kind of like a spot to go cruising.
Well, I mean, so they had that issue. And,
Yeah.
And so...
Yeah,
so,
you're doing
like-
your laps and you look over and you're
So
like,
"Hey, bud."
apparently in the United States, like naked swimming was how you did it. Well into like so and so not only was naked swimming allowed at the YMCA, it was mandatory.
you could not swim with
You
any
could
clothing
not
on.
unless you were a woman.
Oh, okay.
And so they had the swimming was segregated by sexes, and so like apparently the people used to go to like the local watering holes,
Yeah.
and like they would swim naked, and then they would,
Honey, why are you going
I
swimming
mean,
7
skinny
days a week?
dipping, I kind of understand at like the local water.
and then when they started having indoor swimming, they were like, well, the men can swim from this time to this time, and then the women can swim at different time, but the men had to swim naked, and then for a long time the argument was that the fibers in your suit would clog up the filtration system unless you had a vagina, apparently.
Yeah.
And so this
Those fibers aren't from the suit.
yeah. So this went on until the YMCA didn't officially stop naked swimming until like 1972.
oh my
The
god,
70s?
70s.
that's insane.
And I mean, just to put it in perspective, I started taking swimming lessons at the YMCA in like 1975.
Oh, you
so you-
just
so you
missed
just made
it.
it.
Thank God. But like,
you didn't
but
see
I'm also
Grandpa's
like,
saggy balls
but
while you're
you
trying
would
to
walk around the locker room, and you probably
That
still
is a-
see it. You see like
that-
old guys walking
Yep.
around the locker room, like, they just don't have a care
That
in
makes
the world.
more sense
No,
now.
that's why is because the world they grew up in.
That's
Because
what you did.
I'll be 55 next month.
Okay.
And so like I didn't grow up in that world, but anybody just a smidge older than me.
That makes so much more sense now,
Yeah.
going to the gym or whatever.
Yeah.
And then, seeing that.
But like the YMCA, apparently had a real problem with like with all these naked guys. Well, if you like naked guys,
I got
put them all in one.
Smorgasbord for you.
Put them all in one spot.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And as I remember, when the girls, when we would I put them in the pool very early in their when they're going through swimming lessons, all that stuff. So I would take when they were babies, I would take them into the shower with me and shower them off or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was always every time there was always some older dude that would just come waltzing in,
Just hanging out,
got his hammer and berries hanging out.
Yeah.
And I was just kind of like, I'm holding this this infant, and I was like, just power through. Just wash this baby and let's get the hell out of here. God dang it.
But yeah, I
gosh.
was stunned. And the other thing to keep in mind is the people that always complain about the transsexuals in the locker room or what, like this is the world they want to go back to.
Yeah.
This is the world
You want to go back to naked swimming.
They have nostalgia for. And when they tried to change this, people come, this builds character. It's a tradition.
Right.
You can't stop this. If you tried to start it, people
Good Lord.
the same people that were furious about getting rid of it would be the same people furious about trying to bring it back.
How dare you?
And it's just
funny.
maddening. And what was the final nail in the coffin of naked swimming?
I don't even know.
Title IX.
Oh, makes sense.
Title IX, which is famously what encouraged more girl sports because you had to have an equivalent resources set aside for women's sports as you did for men's sports, and so which the Republicans hate.
Of course, God
They
forbid
hate
there's
Title IX.
equality.
But Title IX is what was the final death knell because the only way they could have accommodated to allow naked swimming is all these places would have had to have built a second
pool,
indoor pool, and they were just like, no, just put on your pants.
Put on your pants. Put on that Speedo.
Somebody, I just envisioned someone in a meeting somewhere being like, how are we going to afford a second pool? This is crazy. Why would the government do this to us? And then someone was like, I'm just blue skying here. Hear me out.
Blue sky, you say?
What if they put on pants?
Yeah. What if they just put on a Speedo?
They didn't have their dicks hanging out? What do you think about that? You, sir, hate America.
That's right. How dare you?
Why are you trying to cover up dicks? You hate America.
How dare you?
I'll tell you real quick, the one that I realized that made me feel old again was the other day online, and I'm starting to see this more and more. People are saying like, oh, this is on Amazon Prime, but they want to charge me $5 to watch this. What a ripoff. It's like they don't literally understand. Like they think if they have a streaming service, everything should be free.
Yeah.
They're like, why would I, I'm already paying you $15 a month. You want to charge me for this movie? And I'm like,
well, they don't own every movie ever.
That's what I'm saying.
Here's
like,
the thing.
There's deals.
Blockbuster, you would go and you wouldn't even get to keep it.
Right.
You had to give it back.
I know.
For $5.
I know, it's crazy. And so I just it blows my mind. But people are in the comments like, yeah, what a ripoff, Prime, blah, 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 this. And I'm like, they give you so much stuff for your membership. And then, yes, there are other companies that are selling things on there. But what's the big deal? They're so used to the subscription model that there's literally people that are old enough to be on there, but to be like, oh my God, I can't believe everything isn't free with subscription.
There was a moment where I found a couple iPods, old iPods, and I sold one. Got rid of it for $80.
Yeah, those are big money.
Yeah.
For how much?
80.
Okay.
Yeah.
With the hard drives in them?
Oh, yeah.
Good, yeah.
But Bella was like, I had a mini one, the small one. And Bella's like, don't get rid of that. And I go, why? And she goes, well, I like it.
Is
I go,
retro now?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, but you have Spotify. Yeah. And even at that point, I'm what are you what?
I had to have this conversation with Brian going off to college because he wanted to bring his records.
No.
Oh.
And I was like, no, that's dumb.
Yeah.
But I like to listen to my records. I'm like, they're all on Spotify.
Yeah.
You don't have some vinyl collection of early jazz that's, you know what I mean? It's it's just pretty much all classic rock and Taylor Swift.
Right,
It's all very
I gotta tell you,
gettable.
brother, you can put a filter over the song.
Yeah.
It's gonna sound like it's on a vinyl.
I tell you what, you play on Spotify and I'll just go.
It'll sound great.
Pops and crackles.
That's right. It'll sound
my
great.
gosh.
But yeah, I'm just like, what? No. I'm like, we're not eating up space in the car.
Right.
For you to take a bunch of records.
Yeah.
This is stupid.
This is scary though, that people are growing up now that own nothing and are okay with it. That, you know what I mean?
I have started that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't buy music anymore. I don't think anybody buys music anymore.
Music, I agree. Music, I don't usually buy unless it's like a collector's album of someone I really like.
I don't do physical video games.
That's one that I
It's not much of an option anymore.
Right.
It's really not.
It really isn't. But that's the thing, though. Like, there are certain things I'm okay with being on streaming, and that's fine, you know. But then, you know, once they drop it after their 3-year deal's over, it's gone, right? So, like, me and Tom will be like, oh, when The Office is $30 to own forever on digital, own as much as you can own it. You know, it's licensed. But, you know, then if Netflix pulls it, who the hell cares? You paid $30 one time, you own it.
Right.
There's certain things I want to own. Other things, it's like, great, I can watch for free on streaming. They come and go. That's fine. But now, again, people are like, you want to charge me $5 when I already pay $15?
Yeah.
Like, they're growing up in a world where soon you won't be able to own anything.
Probably not.
And the subscriptions will, much like streaming to cable, the subscriptions will add up more than just owning the things you'll watch every once in a while.
I can drop Peacock now.
Oh, wrestling.
Yeah.
I don't need that one anymore. So.
And just found out Terrence Stamp died right now.
Oh no.
Yep. The original General Zod. Yeah.
And Jor-El on Smallville.
Oh, he did. I didn't realize. I didn't watch Smallville.
You should.
Okay, I've heard it's good.
It's very good.
But yeah, that's sad.
Oh,
It just
dang.
announced.
Yeah, that's a shame.
So, we were in shameless plugs.
Oh, yeah.
So, Patreon, $5, we like you.
Mm-hmm.
We just put out It's Pat.
Correct.
We have
Stuart
Saves
Saves
His
His Family.
already recorded. Just waiting.
We're just gonna re-release our Blues Brothers 2000 episode.
No, you guys have to. Matt never got to review
know,
it.
yeah.
He's got to review it.
He can host it by himself.
We did it already.
And then finally we have a YouTube, youtube.com/at the real spoilers. Wrong show. Sorry. Where you can watch all of these.
Yeah,
That sounds delightful.
it does sometimes.
Yeah.
Not last week.
So,
You could watch them on YouTube.
I guess that's true.
yeah. So anyway, there's all that. Let's dig into Nobody Dose.
This movie, I had a lot of fun with this movie. There is, Matt has said multiple times about a movie with no plot.
Yeah.
Like he's like, every movie has a plot, no matter how paper thin it is.
Yeah.
This one is paper thin.
Yeah, but it's still got plot.
It does have a plot.
Yeah.
And it is ridiculous in the best way.
So this movie is one of these movies where, I know this makes us sound old too. We're going to sound ancient on this episode, but one of those, they don't make them like this anymore movies.
No.
This is an 80s cheesy action movie with good production value.
Yeah.
This is as ridiculous.
This is Bullet Train.
Yes, this is as far out as Arnold Schwarzenegger, you know, blowing people up with a bazooka and them flying into the trees or whatever. Like, you can't take this movie.
You said you'd kill me last. I lied.
Yeah. But you can't take this movie seriously as like, oh, well, that wouldn't happen. Or if he did this,
Yeah,
it's like,
right.
like you're tricked because your brain goes, this is so well made.
It's a
like,
good-looking
this
movie.
is more of a serious movie. Like, but then they do wacky stuff. But it's just a really well made B movie.
Right. I completely agree with that.
Like, you have to go in knowing you can't think logically. This is a guy kicking ass, getting revenge, cool kills. It's
the everyman. This is the everyman John Wick.
this is John Wick. Yeah.
There's got to be one coming where Bob Odenkirk is going to show up in a John Wick movie.
Oh, now you know this is the writer of John Wick 2. That's
Yes.
why it feels so much like John Wick. It literally is the same writer.
Yeah, right. It's also the stunt guy, Daniel Bearhart. He's the guy with all the tattoos on his neck and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That's next to Sharon Stone, who's in this movie that I did not know was in this movie.
But Sharon Stone is doing the chewing the scenery, big bad villain of an 80s action movie, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm gonna read you who this guy did the stunts for.
Okay.
So Nobody 2, The Ballerina, The Killer's Game, which I think is that Skarsgård one, The Equalizer, Extraction 2, Guardians of the Galaxy, Matrix, all the Matrix movies.
Okay.
The first Nobody, Fast and the Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw, Barry, Lethal Weapon, the TV show. So this guy does all Atomic Blonde. So he's got this guy is in all of these movies and he does all the stunts for these movies, which I thought was.
So Stileski probably pulled him in because the John Wick guys are the Matrix guys.
Yes.
And then you said Ballerina he worked on, so they've all worked
he's
together.
In the Ballerina, he's like the number one hitman.
Okay.
Like the number one henchman.
Okay.
Yeah, he's always right next to the star.
Yeah.
which is where you want to be.
Yeah.
Lots
You
of
know
screen
you won't
time.
get cut from the movie.
That's right. Lots of screen time.
So the point is, when I'm watching this movie, kind of know what to expect, right? And usually some of the things would bother me. I'm like, well, you physically couldn't do that or whatever. But when you're watching this type of movie, I think you have to check your brain and be like, oh, this is like watching Arnold in the 80s. It's just an action movie. Now, how do you take this movie?
I did not like this movie.
That's what we thought.
I liked the first one. So, like, it's not like I'm against this type of movie. I thought the first one was a lot of fun.
Yeah, what's the difference?
I just
I'm
thought
curious.
this one just seemed really stupid. And the longer it went on, the stupider it got. And
Dude, you go to a booby-trapped amusement park, you instantly get a win from me. I'm like, this movie was written for me. I don't know how they did it, but as soon as they started putting traps down in the amusement park, I'm like, oh, this is incredible.
I like the idea that he is back in this world. Like, he doesn't want to be here, but he has to be here because of the actions of the first movie. It's costing him his family.
Yeah.
His kid apparently is a psychopath. Like, his son is a crazy person because he's just picking fights.
I think he's a teenage boy with anger issues, but when your dad is a whatever auditor,
they didn't play on this as much in the first one, but I feel like they were trying to lay the groundwork for, like, well, this is genetic. This whole family is like,
Christopher Lloyd was like this,
right?
Yeah.
And so this whole this kid's gonna be like this whether he wants to or not,
right?
Because in the first one, like, if memory serves, it's been a while, but like, you know, he lets those people rob his house, and then the kid thinks he's his giant
correct.
pussy, and
Yes.
know, and he kind of has to, like, you know, swallow it. He knows he could take these people out, but he's letting
he
them
left
get
that
away.
life behind.
Yeah,
Right.
and
he would kill them if he did anything.
Correct.
Like, he knows that he
doesn't want to reveal his true nature.
His true nature.
And so,
Correct.
Like, because I feel like there's maybe a much different ending of this movie, because I felt like they were totally setting that kid up to, like,
Take over,
kill somebody with an axe.
Yeah.
With all the axe throwing
I
stuff.
like that he didn't, because it did show that you have the choice to change. That's like generational, because he had that guy dead to rights, and he decides to let him go because the guy's like, please don't kill me. You know, he's one of those henchmen. You know, please don't kill me. And the kid lets him go, and the brother Rizza comes through, and he goes, good job, or your dad would be proud.
Yeah.
And I think that's important to show that, like, just because your parents
doesn't the
did
RZA
something-
kill him?
No, they never show what happens to that guy. I guess
Okay.
he just choked him out or whatever.
which
He's
is
a
why
wrestler.
which is why I think there's something left on the cutting room floor.
Okay.
I don't think
You
that
don't
was.
get to leave a
I
henchman
don't
behind.
think the makers of Nobody 2 were like, let's show some restraint.
But for that, but whatever they did, whether it was intended originally or not, I think that's smart to show the kid that, like, he doesn't have to turn out like his dad just because genetics, right?
Right.
Which is a whole deeper meaning. Like, you know, your parents, like, you aren't your parents. Instead of, like, playing into, you know, you're always like, oh, I'm not going to be like my parents, and then you have kids and you grow up and do the
Just
same
the same
crap, and it's like, what the hell? It's cyclical, and so
Yeah.
I think it's kind of cool to show in this movie. Again, maybe I'm going deeper into a silly action movie, but I thought it was a nice touch.
You are.
Yeah.
But that's how I read into it. It's like, you don't have to be. You are not your parents. You can choose to be different. And I thought that was
this isn't
nice.
weapons. This is, you know.
Yeah.
There were weapons in it.
There's lots of them. The director of this also has bounced around. He's been around. He's the is Timu. I'm not gonna even try to pronounce his last name. It's like Taj Jahanto or something.
Not going to try to pronounce it while
I'm trying to pronounce it.
Immediately try to pronounce
I gave it a shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would guess Tahanto.
Okay.
but-
So he's the Beekeeper 2, the Last Train to New York, which I think is the American remake of the Last Train to Busan,
Oh.
which I
okay.
think is what that is. Obviously,
That's
Nobody
interesting.
2. He's a VHS guy. He did a bunch of those VHS movies. He does a lot of horror stuff. And then watching this movie, that makes sense.
Right?
Yeah.
The kills are very horror-esque.
horror related. He did a bunch of stuff with the guy from The Raid,
Yeah.
who was the main actor.
Yeah, he's Indonesian.
Yeah. So I mean, if you've never seen The Raid 1 and 2, like, do yourself a favor, because they are incredible, and so, like, I think this guy works with.
And if you don't like subtitles, watch Dread.
That's very true. Yeah. Also, watch The Raid. They're
Yeah.
freaking incredible.
course.
So they go on this. His family is not falling apart, but he is not.
Well,
there.
he's falling into a rut again because, okay, remember in the first Nobody, their marriage is
playing
getting
Jane.
stale. The kids don't respect him, right? And because he's just, like, doing this mundane job, and Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Also, like, dude, put the trash out the night before. Are you crazy? I've never put out the trash at like 5 a.m. and ran out. Like, dude, do it the night
No,
before.
wait.
But anyway, his life is so mundane, but it's because, like, he had this exciting, amazing life and he gave it up for suburbia.
Right.
And, like, nothing's ebbing and flowing right. And so he gets it back. He wins the kids, wins the wife over. But now it's like he's focused on his work so much. It's just a different type of
I mean, they tell us that because he burned all that money, like now he's in debt.
Yeah, that's a reveal like halfway through the movie, or like a third through.
That didn't happen in the first movie?
What's that?
Burning the money?
No, it did, but we thought maybe he just got away. Like, they never show you he's in trouble. We find out he goes back to the barber from the first movie, but it's a while into it because we're like, why is he working so much and missing the kid? He's missing the kids' sporting events. He's missing dates with or dinner with the wife, all this stuff. Come to find out, the barber like bailed him out, so to speak. He burned the mob's money, and so now he's in debt $30 million. Correct. He's working it off like $800,000 at a time, a job at a time.
Can I say something real quick about missing the kids' sporting events?
Yeah.
Yes.
Going back to Leave It to Beaver.
Okay.
Like almost like every fourth episode, there'll be a line of dialogue where Ward will be like, "Where's Wally?" and June will be like, "Oh, he had a track meet. Oh, he had a baseball game today."
And one of the parents are there.
Neither one of them are going to these events, and also June's a stay-at-home mom. Now they seem to only have one car, but
sure.
But I'm just like, again, the Cleavers are the gold
the American
standard,
family,
the best of the best
for parents,
right.
And like, this is the age everybody looks back on. We're like, we need to be like this, America, and I'm like, and these sons of bitches don't go to a goddamn thing this kid does.
Yep.
Now, and it's not a plot point. It's not. It doesn't stick in Wally's
just
craw.
life.
It's just like, this is just how people lived back then,
Right.
and nobody thought anything of it. And
Right.
so I'm just like, it's just another example of like this America that you look back on fondly isn't real. Even even the fake version of it that you think is great, it's bull too.
Yep, it's all made up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the rose-colored glasses.
Yeah.
with the whatever.
Sorry.
No, I think you're right. Yeah. So everything's kind of. What's his wife's Connie?
Nielsen.
Yeah, I almost said Britain because it's not who that is.
Britone.
Sorry.
She's a distant cousin of Josh Brolin.
Having nightmares.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I will say, watch any media, everyone says it like that, and it drives me crazy.
Now that once I pointed out to him, you're like, oh my god, everybody.
But I was
says
not the minority. Like, you watch movies and TV shows, and anyone who says nightmare, they say nightmare. Everyone, like I
nightmares.
used to, because that's how I always grew up hearing it.
Yeah.
And so it's just
Until
funny.
we bullied the shit out of you.
Yeah, I know. I'm still going to therapy for it.
At least we don't say warsh.
Warsh.
Oh yeah, that
or
one
farty,
I can't do.
farty, fart.
I can't do
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah. So he finally. She is this real estate agent, and she's almost had enough.
She keeps almost telling him
She's close.
It's over. She's right
we need
there.
to talk, and then she deletes it and says, "I'll, love you, bye." So realizing that this is happening, he does one last job, and he's like, "I'm taking a vacation. Like, I'm taking the kids, I'm taking the wife. We're going on this vacation."
This action sequence when he's on the job is so cool. It's just fun.
I think everybody involved in the staging of these action set pieces know what they're doing.
This is how to do an action sequence. We talk about bad, choppy action sequences sometimes when we watch movies. These people that are the same people involved with John Wick and Ballerina and all these, newer like action movies that just get it.
Mm-hmm.
No quick, choppy cuts. The choreography's all done. It's smooth.
And it looks like, it looks like for the most part, it's Bob Odenkirk
in the
doing...
first one, he did too.
Yeah.
He said Bob Odenkirk would not let a stunt double do his stunts. He was actually doing them. So I presume it's kind of the same with this one.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Like, I love that guy. He's so funny.
He's great.
He's great.
I'd just be worried with his heart.
Also,
I know.
Also correct.
He had the heart attack on the set of Nobody. He was filming Nobody. when
is that
happened.
right?
Mm-hmm. But they said if he wasn't in such good shape, he probably wouldn't have survived it. He was getting, because he's so fit, even in the first Nobody, he was really getting in shape.
Yeah.
And that he was healthy enough to where they think that probably saved him. So
You have the Widowmaker.
That's the
one of
Kevin
those?
Smith one.
Yeah.
it was a bad one, I think. I
Yeah.
can't remember if it was that one.
The
but
Kevin Smith one, they were just they're like,
If it hadn't been like basically on stage.
well, I think
yeah.
they even said he was so high.
Yeah.
yeah,
he
the
was
doctors
just-
told
he
him
was
that he
just
was so
super-
relaxed and not
Yeah.
stressed that his blood pressure was low.
Yeah.
And they said that saved it.
Yeah. Otherwise,
That's funny.
dead man walking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he finds this rundown, not even rundown, but like old 80s amusement park. And he's like, I loved going here as a kid. Like, I want to take you guys here.
Past its prime tourist trap.
Yes, exactly.
But he only went on one vacation
Right.
with his dad and brother growing up, and it was to this wacky.
And we
water
find
park.
out that it wasn't even really a vacation. It was his dad on a job.
Yeah.
So they all, and I do like that even the kids and the wife are like, "Are you serious? Like, this is where you want to go?" And he was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "All right, man. Like, why not? We'll give it a shot."
Well,
you
you
know?
got this guy that's always working, and it's like, well, if he wants to go on a vacation, let's see what he comes up with, because he seems to be.
And he's like, "I planned it all. I scheduled it all out." And
Sometimes it's fun. Like, we'll do that sometimes. Like, we love to go on our fancy vacations, Hawaii and Disney. But sometimes it's fun to, like,
Silver Dollar City.
yeah, let's just go to Gatlinburg and just, like, yeah.
What's the Christmas one? Like, where, like, the whole theme park is like Christmas based.
Is that Holiday World?
Is that what it is?
I think there might be one called Santa World too. But it's
Maybe.
like there's like a Holiday World.
Yeah.
I can't do that. I can't do
Too
Christmas.
much Christmas?
I love Christmas. I cannot do Christmas in the summer.
Oh no, it's the worst.
It's got to be Christmas starts when you see Santa Claus in the Macy's Day Parade.
That's game on.
That's when it's Christmas time.
I agree.
You know.
It's fine. I went through Target earlier this week and I was like, Halloween.
Yeah, they do it
Come
right after
on.
4th of July. Is
Yeah,
where the stores
good
put it
Lord.
out. Yeah.
So they go and they pick up Christopher Lloyd shows back up, which is like, hey man,
Oh, I'm so glad he's in
Get
this
some work.
again.
Get some
And
work.
he looks better in this one than in the first one. I wonder if
he looked rough in that first one.
because he's
Yeah.
like, it looks like he's stuck in his chair, like he never moves from that hardly, except for the last scene. And so I thought maybe like, man, he's dealing with something, but I don't. He just looks better in this one. I'm glad he seems to be doing well.
Yeah,
I
man.
wonder, like, if that was just a choice the directors made, or
I
or was he
wonder.
having
some
issues off
issues?
screen? Yeah.
Yeah.
So they go and it's exactly what you think it is. It's this the motel is very run down
Well,
and
he
very
shows
kitschy.
the family. He gathers them around the kitchen table and shows them a video from like the 80s.
Yeah,
And it's like
right.
on the internet, but it's clearly like a VHS
A rip
dub
of
that's been
Yeah.
digitized.
And she's like, "Are you sure this place even exists anymore?" He's like, "No, I looked it up. It's still there."
I've already called and scheduled it. It's gonna be great.
As soon as this happens, I turn to Katie and I go, "I bet this is a front for drugs or weapons or
Absolutely.
something." Like that's immediately. I'm like,
Yeah.
"This place is."
Wouldn't it be great if it was just 90 minutes of them just like going to a water
Having fun,
park?
Just living life. Yeah, it's great. So they go and things are exactly what you think they would be. The water park, the hotel rooms are not great.
Got him the honeymoon suite, and it's like I don't know if
Tiki.
the trashy is
It's
the right
like-
word, but like he's like, "This is where the magic happens," and all that, and she's looking around like,
Okay, do we know that she was a badass in the first movie?
I don't know that she was necessarily a badass.
I don't remember
I think
that.
I just watched it.
Okay.
There's no clue to that, and I don't even know in this one. Maybe she just did archery when she was.
She was firing those.
I mean, she was
darts.
like a grade A sniper. The movie's showing
Yeah.
you. So
She
was playing, but she was playing at a like a
yeah.
target practice
But
at
still,
a water park. I'm just saying
But
she
then
was dead on.
But then she uses that dart
I know,
gun and
I
puts a
know.
dart in
Yeah.
somebody's
so
eye.
they clearly are retconning it that she also has some kind of. We did not know that. No.
Okay. So yeah, so they're doing their thing. The water slides are down, so they get these tokens for like free hot dogs, and they go to this hot dog stand, and Bob Odenkirk is having a
look,
moment.
this hot dog stand would be packed.
Oh, 100%.
Because they're giving out free hot dog
Yeah.
coupons to everyone that can't get into the water park.
Right.
So, like, this hot dog stand place should be
two movies
packed.
back to back with hot dogs as like
yeah.
a focus.
But there's, like, nobody in it.
there was nobody in
So
it.
I'm like, right there, I'm like, this movie's awful.
Those are the kind of things though. That, like
This movie's terrible. What are
Yeah.
they thinking? Get it
When
together.
in the
takes-
movie where one guy takes on 10 guys with
In
machine
the opening
guns.
scene where he takes the trash out to the curb and the trash guy comes to get the trash. Did
And
you see
pulls-
how he collected
pulls
the
the
trash?
bag out of the trash
he pulls
can. It
two
made-
bags out of the top of the trash can and throws them.
No.
That's not how you empty the trash.
you get it. Yeah, you put it to the little scooper
They would never
thing
let
and,
them pick up things anymore because lawsuits.
Oh, sure.
That's
That's,
why
why they're
they
all
use
But like
scoopers.
he clearly didn't empty the trash. Like the trash can is still. It's one of those big 55-gallon trash
Yeah, he
cans.
was
like,
get to
this
the
is-
bottom. He
this
would
is
have
a
to
grab
grab
the
the
two
top
bags
one. Yeah.
on top.
I know.
This is good.
I saw that too, but it's a fun movie. So
If you live in the suburbs, these sorts of things really stick in your crop.
That's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. I just take it to the dumpster in the alley that never gets collected. Yeah, so they go and he has this flashback of him and his brother as little kids sitting there eating these hot dogs and just loving life. And the dad comes in, Christopher, and as he's watching this, all of a sudden there's a voiceover where this guy's like, "Hey, can I help you with something?" And Bob Odenkirk kind of like snaps back to reality, and it's Colin Hanks being
who looks
like,
just like Tom Hanks now.
Of course he does.
It's crazy as he's aged, how he's aged exactly the same way as Tom Hanks. Yeah.
And he's playing against type. Like he's always kind of played the good guy.
Yeah, I know. It's funny to see him as a bad guy.
I wish I could remember the name of the TV show he was on. It was kind of like, it was just a group of parents. And there's a bit where it may have been like
Keeping Up with the Hankses.
Is that
No,
it'd
I'm
be
just
great.
kidding.
Yeah, him and Chet.
Yeah, oh my god.
Yeah.
Now, how do they not have a reality? How did they not get a reality
Because
show?
I think Chet's a piece of
So I think they don't like him.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think that's exactly what it is. But there's a scene in that where like, I think it's this guy's sister and his wife, Colin Hanks's wife had just had a baby and she's trying on this dress. And the sister's like, "No, just tell her that she probably shouldn't wear the dress. It'll give her the motivation to drop some weight." And so she puts on this dress, and of course his wife looks stunning. And he goes, I don't know, like maybe you shouldn't wear that dress because it's kind of tight. And she goes, "I'm sorry, what did you just say?" And he was like, well, maybe you shouldn't wear it. And this huge fight ensues.
Oh.
It's a hilarious bit in this. I will have to find it. It's so
Life
funny.
in Pieces?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Who else is on? Is there any? Is Joey King on that show?
Life in Pieces. Hang on.
But like it was a very funny scene where like he's like, "It was supposed to be a controlled burn. Like this was I wasn't trying to like whatever."
Betsy Brandt?
Yeah.
Thomas Sadowski?
Yeah. And then I think that one of the guys from what was the show with Olivia Munn and Jeff Daniels that was on HBO about the news network?
Oh, the one with that clip?
Newsroom?
Yes.
Plays
Yeah.
every
Yeah. The
5
one.
seconds,
The one.
one speech
The
that
one
he gives.
all your Republican friends play because they've
Correct.
completely missed the point of the speech?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
I think one of the guys is on that.
So
He gets in his face and he was like, "What are you looking at?" And
This is your
Bob
typical small town power trip.
Odenkirk's like, "Nothing. I was just."
He's like, "I was just having a moment." Yeah.
Remembering, I kind of got lost. He's like, "Well, maybe you should get out of my town."
Yeah.
And Bob Odenkirk's like, "What the hell's going on? Like, do we have a problem or something?" He's like, "Do we have a problem?" And she's like, "No, we don't." He's like, "All right," and walks out. And Bob Odenkirk's just like, "What the hell just happened?" So they go to the arcade, and the son of this family is shooting hoops, and he's got this black eye, and Bob Odenkirk's like, "We need to talk about that." He's like, "No, we don't.
Yeah.
Like, we don't need to talk about
It
that."
happened during your game, right?
like
And he's like,
after the game.
Yeah, no. But he's like, I won, so that's all
I
that
won,
matters. And he's
right.
like, we're going to talk about this. And then meanwhile, he gets some tickets from this game, and there's these girls looking and saying like, "Oh, he's cute" or something.
Right.
Walks up, gives the girl tickets. Well, the son of somebody important sees
Yeah.
that happen, and is like, "You need to apologize for hitting on my girl." He's like, "What?"
He goes, "How about you?" And I was like, yeah, that's exactly right. That's the reaction you're supposed to
Yeah.
have. And he grabs him but he like grabs him in a way that's like almost like a nerve hold. And he grabs him by the bicep, and the kid just like squirming. He's like, "Oh no." And then there's another guy, like a security guy, that shows up, and they get.
I think it's the owner of the arcade.
I thought the dad was the owner of the, but maybe you're right.
He's
he
probably
runs
the manager
town.
of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
arcade.
yeah.
I
He's
think
like,
the
yeah.
dad owns everything. But
Oh, he
this-
owns everything. Okay.
Yeah.
That's how I took it.
But
That's
he's
how I took it as
he's
well.
whoever's in charge of the arcade. So
Right. So Bob Odenkirk, so he's like, whoa, because the kid ends up taking.
Well, he throws a baseball like at full speed at
Well,
his
yeah,
son,
but like
I think, and then
the shithead son like tore the head off the sister's badger, and this
but
is
Bob
how-
Odenkirk catches this baseball
Yeah.
at full speed. He's like, "Hey, hold on."
which I like that he catches it, but then he's still like, "Ow!" Like
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
like because that would hurt.
yeah.
Yeah.
He de-escalates and whatever. What's going on? This guy comes over here like, "What are you doing? Do you know whose son that is?" And
And he was like,
whatever.
he's like, okay, like we'll get out of here. And then this
the
guy,
the little kid is like, "Oh, you tore my little thing up." He's like, "Get going," and smacks her in the back of the head. Me and Katie both were like,
"Oh, you're dead."
Yeah,
like
I'm like,
I'll
oh.
tear you apart.
Yeah.
Like I don't care how big you are.
because you gotta remember in the first movie, the robbers break into their house and he thinks steals her kitty cat bracelet, and that's what sets him off on the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
And come to
okay.
find out, spoilers for the first one, he finds it while he's cleaning under a couch.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh," so he started this whole thing because of a
For a
bracelet,
bracelet that
was
wasn't
in the
lost.
house. I
Yeah.
know. So anyway, you see that happen, you're like, "Oh."
And I thought,
crap.
honestly, I thought this was like a daydream where like they walk out and his wife is like, hey,
the head fake kind
like
of thing.
let's not do this.
He was fantasizing.
Yes.
I thought I said it to Crystal. I was like, I think this is a daydream. Like this is
what he wants to do.
This is what he wants to do, but it's not what he's gonna do.
It's the double head fake.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a double
I thought
head
it was
fake.
a head fake, but it wasn't a head fake.
Because he does exactly.
This was great though. He walks out of the place, and again, I know in real life you don't handle things, but we're in a movie where you want justice.
I'm sorry.
You want
If somebody hit my daughter in the back of the head.
Okay,
Game
let's
on.
be clear. I didn't say that you can't defend your daughter. I'm saying you don't go in and smash their head through pinball machines
okay.
and wrap a claw game around their neck and raise them to...
That was the wild part. That's the part where I was like, oh, this is in his
It was
head.
so wild, right? But that's what I'm saying. This is a big bombastic 80s B cheese movie, but really well done with competent action and special effects and violence and everything. So anyway, but when they're walking out and he goes, I think I left my phone in there. I'm like, oh, game on.
Yeah. And he destroys everybody.
He just,
Yeah.
So great.
And then they get arrested, and of course, does he have the interaction with the dad first? Oh no, him and Odenkirk and his son are sitting kind of in like
they're like
hallway,
holding kind of,
and Colin Hanks comes around the corner. He's like hitting his nightstick against the.
I was in a theater with that Dolby Atmos sound, and every time he hit the thing, it was like boom.
Oh really?
Boom! Like it was crazy. I'm like, holy crap, what's happening? And it's him running the thing on the wall.
So he takes him into the office, and we are introduced. This is, I thought, was going to be somebody like the way they set this up. I was like, oh, this is gonna be like Matthew McConaughey or something.
I thought it was gonna be somebody too. It's John Ortiz is the actor.
You would recognize him.
He's a character actor, but he's not like I was thinking it was going to be.
Right. Yeah, they saved that for the other reveal.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So he's basically like,
they only had enough money to do that once.
one time. Yeah. This is my town. My dad used to run this town. His dad is the guy in the ad
video,
that we had seen. And Bob Odenkirk's like, look, I'm just a guy taking my family on vacation. And he tells me, he's like, your guy smacked my daughter in the back of the head. Like, what would you have done? And the dude that runs the joint is like, get out of here. Just go ahead and go.
Well, he's like, tourists get one pass because, they're good for business.
Right.
But
you got to get out of here. And so he's like, all right, cool. So they walk out. And then is this the reveal that it's this drug running?
I think it does cut to Sharon Stone at some point doing something crazy in her casino. This part is wild, but I had so much fun with this because she's clearly having so much fun. It's just this type of movie. Again, if you like, we grew up loving those 80s cheesy action movies. They were just fun. And this so reminds me of that type of movie.
Oh, yeah.
Where you just check your brain at the door. You're there for the action. It's not about the writing. It's not about whatever else. It's like you're there for the fighting and the kills and everything. But she's at a casino, finds out people are cheating, and she just starts slicing throats. And she yells into their earpiece, "You don't cheat at my casino." And then she's walking away, and she's like, "Yeah, leave no witnesses."
No witnesses.
And they close the doors and mow them all down, like which is movie code for she bad.
Yeah, she's bad.
She's a bad guy.
And the guy even says, the Torres even says, he's like, she'll go scorched earth. Like she's ended bloodlines. For less. So yeah, they go and
they do not leave town.
They do not
get
leave
tickets
town.
for the duck boats.
Correct. And Bob Odenkirk's all excited because a duck boat is like this military vehicle.
It's the cars that can go in the water. They're very dangerous. People die in them a lot.
Not a lot, but
there was
one here.
There was one here.
But it
Yeah.
happens. I mean, I'm just saying, like, it's known, not just didn't happen once, but like they're old and they sometimes don't seal properly or whatever, and they trap people in them.
I do like this where he's like, "That's not a duck boat," and the guy goes,
"This was very
look at the top of it.
It's
got a duck on it."
I thought that was very funny. I did like the humor in that. And he's just like so disappointed in this.
So,
but he sees behind him.
Colin Hanks has called in the reinforcements where he's like, "Take him out. Like, I don't care what so and so says. Like, we're taking him out."
So another like deputy and his cronies are like tailing them to the duck boats.
Right.
So he leaves the family on the boat.
Basically says, "I got an upset tummy.
Yeah.
You guys get on that one."
and Connie Nielsen goes, "Eat better."
Eat better, which I think is also a funny line.
I think it's ridiculous that she would ever think that he just had an upset tummy, but I do like the humor of it that she's like, "Eat better."
He's like, I mixed the churros with the macchiato or whatever, and he's like, I'm a little. So he gets on this other boat, and as all of these goons get on this boat with him, here comes the other boat driver with these other people. So which I like this, where like they have to put on earphones and there's a
funny.
giant
They're on a tour with earbuds.
there's a giant fight sequence.
Which again, this is the thing, right? So if you don't know what kind of movie you're watching, they're making so much noise that your body would pick up on the vibrations.
Sure.
On but it's a silly movie. It doesn't exist by normal rules. This is not a documentary. You know what I mean? So like the fun in it is that they're doing all this stuff. All these old people have headphones in, like the driver wouldn't hear them. He's got a little headset on, you know, but it's so funny.
It is very funny because he's beating everybody up.
Kicking ass.
Yeah, I also like the line where I think one of the guys grabs a pole and Odenkirk takes it away from him, and then he throws it off of the side of the boat. And he's like, now nobody can have the pole.
Nobody can use it. Yeah, right. It's very funny. Being a dad on a vacation,
right.
You know?
So he ends up taking everybody out, but he gets his finger.
One of the goons has a life preserver on. I thought that was very funny.
I thought that was very funny.
They're like, here's these big tough guys, and they all walk in, and one takes
guy.
the life.
And of course, they use it as like so he won't get stabbed.
It's great. It's a great action scene, much like the bus scene, which was so great in the first one. He's pulling the rails off the boats and smacking them with it, and doing all this different interacting with the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he wins basically, but he gets his finger cut off in the process.
And not only does the finger fly in the water, be like, can I jump in and get it? And they have a fish come up and eat it. Like it's a very funny movie. Like
it is.
The things they make happen.
I think if you've never seen Mr. Show or Bob and Tom, is that what it was called? No, Bob and David Bob?
Cross. So it's Bob and David.
Bob and David
is the Netflix like spiritual revival of Mr. Show. Yeah,
it's fantastic. Like
Bob and Tom is really bad morning radio.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah, they used to do like haunted stuff on Halloween. One of them scared the shit out of me. Like because it just sounded. I was young enough. It was like they went to this haunted house, and then of course they used all these different effects to make it sound like things were going haywire in the house. And then as things were ratcheting up, they cut it off. Where it's like you don't know what happened.
But Dave Glover used to do that all the time.
Oh man, well, this one got me.
That reminds me of one of those old timey radio shows, the UFC video, where the guy is there next to the microphone going making the noises.
That's exactly what it was. That's exactly what it was. So realizing that he has now stepped in it, he calls the barber and is like, "Look,
I'm in this town. What
is going on?" And I thought what was going to happen was the barber was going to say, look, this is who is running this. If you take this person out, we're done.
Yeah.
But they don't do that.
Yeah, and I didn't know whose side. It very much reminds you of John Wick, where he talks to people about like what he's into, and they're like the guy
Ian
at the
McShane.
Yeah, exactly. Like very much like, hey, I can't help you with this. You're in way over your head, and you know the rules.
Good luck.
Yeah, exactly. So he kind of tells them like, hey, everything runs through here: guns, drugs, chemicals, like biological warfare.
Yeah.
Everything runs through this town. And he's like, oh crap. He goes, you better like make up with these people because.
So he goes. He finds his warehouse. He's
goes. Like, just de-escalate.
At this point, Sharon Stone's character understands that the guy that runs the town is out. So she tasks Colin Hanks with picking up this guy's son. So they've got this kid in the van. Bob Odenkirk walks in and he's like, look, I don't know what's going on. I don't care what's going on. I just want to get out of this town.
Well, meanwhile, I think, is it random goons, or had Sharon Stone sent some of her people to go check in? There's some goons there that Colin Hanks is meeting with.
Yes.
I can't remember who they're
I
affiliated
do like
with.
that line too, where he's like, do I need a translator? He's like, I need a translator.
Yeah.
Like, I like that.
Colin Hanks is very funny in this.
Colin Hanks is very funny in general.
He is, right. So I think even though he's playing a hard ass, he's good with that comedy role.
I think Orange State is a very underrated.
Oh, yeah, Jack Black.
Yeah. Well, he sucks, but whatever.
What?
I don't like Jack Black. Yeah.
Oh,
I think I
can take him or leave him.
Yeah, I am over
I
the
love Jack.
He is
over
in
the
things I like, but like by and large, like it's just too much.
But you know, he seems like the nicest person.
He does.
I feel
Totally.
like what he's doing when he
Unlike
plays
Daniel
Jack.
Day-Lewis, who seems like a scumbag.
There's no proof of that, but
None whatsoever.
But Jack Black is always Jack Black, but also I feel like he in real life is Jack Black. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't put it like that's him. And he seems like when you see him on social media and stuff, he seems like the funnest, nicest guy that just loves his life, loves everyone. You know what I mean? He just seems like such a, I don't know. I think I like him.
I don't think you're wrong.
I think he's very real. I think he's on or off the camera that same person. Yeah. I don't know. He just seems like a good dude.
That's fair.
But anyway, anyway, so Bob Odenkirk shows up randomly while they're having this drug meeting or whatever.
Colin Hanks is like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, he's like, "What are you doing here?" And he lights like a Zippo.
Yeah,
and he
pours gas all over the money.
Yeah, like just out of nowhere. And the whole time he's leading up, he's like, "De-escalate, de-escalate." And then you see him with gasoline and a lighter.
And he finally says, "He's like, look, I'm assuming that this is somebody's money. This is very important. You leave me alone. I'm gonna walk out of here, and we're gonna be square." And Colin Hanks is like, "You're lucky, buddy.
Yeah,
like,
you
all
caught me on a
right,
good day.
get out of here." And as he's leaving, we see the son fall out of the van, who was the guy that was picking on Bob Odenkirk's son, and there's a moment where he walks out. He's like, "Not my problem."
Yeah, he
This
gets
is
in the
not
van,
my
drives
problem.
away, but the camera stays stationary at the
Right.
warehouse, and you hear it. The brakes go on.
Yep. Comes back in, and he goes in and takes out the warehouse.
And they do the thing like in Mission Impossible we talked
don't see
about
it.
where it's off camera, but you hear it like, may as well be a Wilhelm scream.
there's a
and
guy
it's
that
just
gets
like
his brains blown out all over a door.
crazy. And then Colin Hanks is like, who is this guy? You hear him like that. I thought it was funny in this.
It was very
instance.
funny. So they get him they rescue the son. Odenkirk goes to see the guy who runs the town. He's like, they have a drunken fight.
Well, he drops him off at the cabin. So Christopher Lloyd is supposed to have a room, and then the kids are going to share a room and whatever. But Christopher Lloyd's like, I'm going to stay at the old cabin.
And
just
I
like
guess
we
that's
used
his
to."
cabin. I assume that's his cabin.
I don't know what the story, but that's where he used to stay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he's like, gives the daughter one room and the son can use his room at the hotel. But anyway, they drop the kid off and then he tells the dad, he's like, still got stuff to do. Watch
Right.
over everyone.
And I do like that the two sons, like, they go face to face, and there's like, "What's up?"
Right. It's a
It's
good
like,
way. He
oh,
goes,
yeah,
you
like,
good?
yeah. It's
You
like, yeah, we're good. We're good.
Which shows that he is a better person. Like he
Yeah.
isn't just violent. He's not trying to get revenge. And I think that's the first sign of that there's like more to this kid than just being a hothead.
Right.
But Christopher Lloyd's like, yeah, you do have something to deal with. And Connie Nielsen's leaning on the van.
Yeah,
like,
right. And I do like this where she, like, in a different movie, maybe she's like, "Get your shit together." Like, I'm not dealing with
or
this.
she
like,
leaves because he says, you guys need to go. And he goes, I'm not asking.
and she goes, "And I'm not listening."
Yeah.
Like,
Excuse me.
Yeah, basically, like, we're partners in this. Go deal with it.
Go finish this.
And she was just like, "All right."
Yeah, that's pretty badass. Yeah, it was cool.
It
So
was
they,
just such a quick reversal
100%.
for no reason other than to keep the runtime at 90 minutes.
80, it's like
great.
88.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, I think it was like actually like
Which is
89
perfect.
minutes,
Yeah.
which I was not
No
complaining
complaints.
No, not at
Action
all.
movie, 90 minutes. That's
perfect.
where it needs to be.
So Sharon Stone has this wild dance sequence.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking crazy.
In the first movie, it's the Russian mobster guy does a karaoke and is dancing on stage.
Oh,
this
I
movie is
forgot
very
about
much
that.
the same beats.
Yeah.
So it's not, the plot is different, but I mean, you still get the action beats where it's
Sure.
like crazy bad guy, him kicking ass, the bus sequences like the duck boat sequence. There's a lot of similar things.
Yeah. So realizing that Sharon Stone's coming to town,
Sharon Stone is coming.
Well, we can't do that. Be careful. We don't want to get.
Was that
Yeah.
copywritten?
Yeah.
Yeah,
the song
it's
is,
not public domain.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like Jingle Bells is public domain.
Yeah.
But that's
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sharon Stone coming to town to kick your ass.
That works. That's
Okay,
fine.
thank you.
So they basically go to this shed, and there's all of these old weapons, like a Tommy gun and all kinds of stuff.
Well, okay, so he goes to talk to the dad of the town, and he is blackout drunk,
Yeah.
basically. He's just out of it. And he's like, I'm trying to help you. We want the same thing. And he's like, I have your son, which is not a good way to lead with a
Well,
violent drunken
he's like,
person.
I have your son, and then he pulls out his baseball cap from the back of his pants.
Yeah,
it's like,
it's
I
very,
got it.
it's very funny though. I have your son. What? But anyway, he gets him on the ground or wherever. He goes, we want the same thing. And says the name of like, I don't know, La, whatever
Her name is.
Sharon Stone's name
Yeah.
is. And he listens to him. The way they're drinking now, this is the thing where I'm just like, you would be dead. They are throwing back.
Yeah.
the guy's
Sure.
already
3
just
sheets to the wind.
so drunk, and then he is pouring him drinks and he's taking them, and these are like scotch glasses half full,
Just
taking
slamming
them,
'em.
refilling it. I'm like, that is not
lot.
that. Yeah, that's bad.
That's bad.
But anyway, he basically says, we want the same thing. Let's get rid of this gal.
And they were like, okay, like she's
Let's go
coming.
booby-trap the
and
water
they,
park.
And they home alone the water
So
park.
good.
destroy everything I own.
That's exactly
Yeah.
it.
So
That's
fun.
exactly
Well,
it.
he didn't want it. He
No, I
inherited
know.
it. The only reason the son's sticking around, he says, is he goes, I inherited this crap from my dad and his debts, and so
Correct.
he wants out.
Right.
And she's
and
the
he
one
said,
keeping him
I
in.
think they even said like this score, the one that Bob
He's been
Odenkirk
keeping
exploded,
track.
is the one that's going
Is the
to
last
pay it
one,
all
yeah.
off.
And she's like, no,
Disagree.
Yeah.
I don't care.
She
Shocking
goes,
that
by
the
my
mob-
calculations, you'll be working for me forever.
Yeah, shocking that the mob didn't follow through on a deal.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, then they don't just let you retire.
They
That's
don't.
the thing.
sometimes they do.
They're better now because of Yelp.
Right, correct.
Oh,
yeah, it's all
we
about
don't
the
bad
5
reviews,
stars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's always been the rumor that like the old mob guys, like they retire to Florida. Like the guys who ran the families.
Okay. There's maybe the head people or whatever
Yeah.
can retire, but when you're a lackey running
No.
all this stuff, it's like either you're working for them or you're
flipping.
or
And
you're
a-
an asset.
And a lot of
Or,
those retirements are like, I would like to run it now.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
Why don't you go to Florida?
if you want to go to Florida and not put up a fight, I'll let you.
Okay, I'll do that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's weird. It's so weird to see these guys, these former mob guys who are now just out there talking. There's two of them, and I don't remember what their name. Like, they're two famous like mob hitmen that turn state's evidence that are now just out there like, well, actually, the guy.
Think you'd want to keep a low
I
profile?
would be like, I'm going to somewhere else.
Yeah,
you know,
it's the same thing as the criminals that pull off and they go to a bar and then talk about what they did. I mean,
Yeah.
it's if you're
these guys are like, well, actually, if you watch Goodfellas, this isn't really how it happened. It's like, shut up.
Yeah,
shut up.
I know they just.
I think
people
that
up-
shows you how dismantled the mob is.
I guess
Yeah.
that's true.
That they're not worried about
don't,
it.
don't care.
you know?
Just say
Yeah.
whatever they want. So they Home Alone
It's
this
so
water
fun.
park.
This I cannot. I mean, maybe it's because I was a kid growing up with Home Alone. Any movie does this, whether it's Skyfall, it doesn't matter.
You're next.
If you booby trap a fun place where zany hijinks ensue, I'm in. Like
Your next is not zany hijinks. Your next is like, oh, I'm gonna murder you with these traps.
which is the same as this one. But I
Yeah.
just mean, but like the way they do them is to get you to go like, oh my god, like it's shocking. It's fun.
So Colin Hanks walks in and he's just kind of like, look, I'll let you guys go. Like, you guys walk in front of me and I'll try to.
Maybe not let you go, but he's like, I'm going to bring you in. And
we'll try to make this work. And I do like that they're both like, nah.
Yeah.
No,
well, he
thanks.
goes, or else, it's going to go down. And they're both like, yeah, we'll take that one.
We'll take that one.
And he's
which I like that.
And he goes, you're so stupid. And he walks away.
And like gives a thumbs down. And then Sharon Stone's like, kill him.
Yeah, worthless.
Just shoots him in the chest.
Head.
Yeah,
Like, he's
all
getting
over the place.
blown. Yeah, he's
So this is a giant set piece where all of these red shirts, or
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
they're wearing black shirts in this one, but, go into the water park, and it's just like Tommy gun here, explosions
funny, going
here.
down a water slide
Everything.
and whatever. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, and they kill everybody. And then at the last minute, the Torres, I think is the guy's name, it gets shot in the leg, and of course he saves Bob Odenkirk from something, but Bob Odenkirk is injured, and Sharon Stone does what she's gonna do, and she's gonna like stab him or whatever, and then all of a
His
sudden,
name is Wyatt Martin.
what's the actor's name?
John Ortiz.
Ortiz. Yeah. Oh, maybe fix that.
Yeah, that's a little
Change that.
Torres.
Would be great.
That's someone in like a Fast and Furious movie or something, right?
Well, isn't that,
Torres.
what's the running gag where there's that one actor who's Hector and everything?
Oh yeah, he's in Fast and
He's
Furious
always
too. Yeah.
it's the same. It's dude. You'd recognize him, but in every movie he's in, he plays Hector.
Yeah.
Like that's his character's name.
That's funny.
It's a shared universe with that guy.
Yeah.
Just like Munch.
We should say also that RZA shows up because
It's his
Hutch
brother.
calls him on the
Yeah.
radio and he says, "Oh, you just got back from Japan," and I believe RZA
When he said you just got back from Japan, I was like, oh, he's gonna cut
Samurai.
some
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
Well, and I also believe that RZA's into that stuff because
Yeah.
he's done action movies where he uses swords and stuff. I think he's into.
I think he's the one that found Ong Bak.
Okay, yeah, he's into the Asian culture,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's cool that he shows up in this one and he's
Did
like
he do the-
meditating on a.
What was the one with Dave Bautista, the man with the iron fists?
That sounds the man with the iron fist. Yeah.
And he played Dave Bautista played a guy named Hard Body Dave.
Well, were they lying?
At that point in his career, no, they were
But
not.
Man with the Iron Fist is like swords, and you
Yeah.
have what's her name, Lucy Liu in it, and
That's what makes it.
What?
Just because Lucy Liu's in it?
well, like action, like
I'm really just
kick-ass
taking.
action.
I'm just trying to take the heat
Oh,
off
I
of
see.
me from the
Yeah.
Torres Ortiz.
No,
thing.
Lucy Liu does like like martial arts and stuff. I'm saying he has swords, and she's doing
I'm just
martial
trying to think,
arts.
like,
and
what happened to that gal?
she was just in.
She had a show on CBS for like 9 seasons.
What show?
Oh,
Was she Watson?
yeah,
she was
like
in
the
the Sherlock,
new
yeah.
Sherlock.
That was a good
kind
show.
of thing.
And she was just in Red One. Remember?
No.
She was the investigator or whatever that was trying to. She
Did
was
I
like
see
a
that?
hard ass.
Is that the Rock Chris
Yes, sir.
didn't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't see that one?
Skipped it.
You
Oh.
missed nothing.
Yeah. So of course he's gonna lose, and then all of a sudden we hear this firearm go off, and Sharon Stone kind of stands up, and she's got all I could think about was Sean William Scott in Old School, where he's like, "You got a dart in your neck." So she's got a dart in her back, and she's like, "What the hell's
Well,
going
she has
on?"
Bob Odenkirk dead to rights.
Yeah,
she's about
yeah.
to kill him. We see her in the casino. She has like these little knives that she's slicing people's throats with.
Yeah.
So she has it up to his neck, and she's like, "You are going to die now."
Right.
And all of a sudden,
She gets hit, and then she stands up, and Connie
Nielsen.
Nielsen is like, that's my husband. I'm the wife, basically, is what she says, and then puts one in her eye. Puts a dart in her eye.
Well, then she is like, but I've got a gun, and I'm gonna, or right? What is she? I've got a throwing knife. I'm gonna throw at your head.
Oh
now.
my God, that's
and
right.
And then it goes in slow motion, and Connie Nielsen aims and shoots through the knife.
She deflects the blade, and then
puts one in her eye socket. Yeah.
And then the whole place. I do like this where the whole place blows up.
Great. Yeah.
Where Christopher Lloyd shows up. He's like, bangarang or whatever, and just like smashes the thing.
He's got a plunger, and the whole place is rigged to go up. And then the guy played by Ortiz says like crazy gringo.
Yeah,
he jumps in the
pool.
pool. And then Connie Nielsen takes Hutch and puts him in the water with her.
Yeah.
And then it's like slow motion and music's playing.
And she smiles.
It's a Celine Dion song, I believe.
It was.
So this is my problem with this is
it's like the power of love or something.
Yeah, something like that. But
that Ring of Fire song was awesome.
Okay.
That was a badass cover. When they did Ring of Fire.
Do you know what that song's about?
I don't know the meaning.
Isn't it about Johnny Cash cheating on his wife? Isn't that the whole premise of that song? I'm pretty sure the Ring of Fire is...
Oh, because he got an STD because he went into the Ring of Fire.
I don't know.
I thought it was about hemorrhoids.
Also, not terrible of a thought.
But I mean...
but it's like...
It's not the meaning that matters. The place is blowing up, so it's like Ring of Fire.
I know, but I'm almost positive that song is about him cheating on his wife. Okay. And for whatever reason, it just, like that took me...
I get it. Sometimes
Here's the thing.
When meaning...
Deadpool has kind of mastered this... needle drop action sequence, right?
The anachronism.
The bye sequence of Deadpool 3 is incredible. And I think
Guardians too.
Guardians absolutely
movies.
did it. Yeah. And so I think if you have the right person behind it that knows music and stuff.
Jumanji.
What does Jumanji do?
Remember when they're fighting? It's Karen Gillan.
Oh, dance fighting.
And she's fighting, and it's the juxtaposition of the music to the fighting was awesome. That was a really good one.
You're right. Dance fighting. What is that? And for whatever reason, this just didn't work. For me, like the Ring of Fire didn't work because whatever. But when they did Self-Esteem, I think by The Offspring is played at one point, which that song doesn't get played enough. So it was fun to hear it.
Oh, but The Offspring.
Yeah. So they win. Of course, they blow everybody up, and the family was kind of like walks away.
Yeah,
and they're just like, all right.
Yeah.
And she's like, I can't wait for the son is like, I can't wait for next summer.
Yeah. And I go, they didn't say anything. But I turned to Katie. I'm like, oh, now it's the second best vacation of his life. Like,
yeah, right.
Like the whole thing was for the kids to go there and create memories. Like he had memories with his dad, and they go through this insane experience. And then they're like flashing forward, and they're doing a slideshow of their vacation. The whole end credits is just slideshow, which I thought was very funny.
They should have played Holiday Road.
Yeah,
that'd been good.
Yeah,
that'd been really good. Yeah, this is. I am a big, obviously I think everybody on this show is a big proponent of seeing movies in theaters. It's very important, I think.
I don't care.
Really?
See them where you want to see.
I think it depends on the movie.
I'm not your dad.
Speaking of being old.
Yeah.
I'm also, I love going to the theater. I
don't think you should watch The Odyssey on an iPad.
But like
that's
I'm gonna watch it on a Nintendo Switch.
Okay, but see,
PSP.
I feel like that's not really a fair argument because I know that people do on iPads, but a lot of people have 100-inch TVs with surround sound at home, and like I watch movies on a 160-inch projector, 4K. It has IMAX image.
You have that
and
much
sound.
wall space?
Yeah, I made a whole wall a projector screen. But like I'm not watching it on an iPad, but I'm at home, but I'm getting an amazing experience.
That's okay. So that's different. I do agree with you.
But what I'm saying is though, but a lot of people have 100-inch flat panel 8K TVs that cost like only $1,000 now. Like movies you can watch at home and have really good equipment. It's different than it used to be.
Yeah.
Now, will your home, even if it's 160-inch, be as good as a 400-inch with it? No, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, I agree. I guess my thought process is something that is like an event movie.
Yeah.
I think should be seen in the theater.
I think comedies and horror are the best ones to see on the big screen.
Yeah, it's a communal experience.
Right.
You got to have that.
But the other one, yes, big IMAX picture. I'm pro theater, but my point is more like Tom. Like, if you don't get to a theater, I think you can probably still. The people that are like, you can't watch a movie unless it's at the theater.
I don't agree with that.
But it's like we grew up watching things on home video.
Yeah,
I grew up watching movies on 4:3 cropped.
Yeah,
and I fell in love with movies.
I had a 12-inch black and white TV that I hooked up to a VCR.
And you watched movies on it. So like. I'm not the type of person that says you can't do it. Is the experience better? Yes.
Yeah.
It's always going to be better aside from if there's bad
Well,
audience.
I think
but
you could have this discussion about what's going on with Superman right now.
Yeah.
Like it's on digital already, and James Gunn's like, this isn't what I wanted. This isn't what I wanted to have happen.
well,
But
I went to the theater obviously to watch Nobody 2, and I'm passing these screens of Superman, and I had just watched. I bought Superman for $25 to own. I saw it in theaters. I bought it to watch it again. Watched it the night before, and I was like, man, this is so good. And I go to the theater. I'm like, man, this is a bummer though, because now people aren't showing up, and I'm seeing 2/3 full auditoriums on the screens.
That's
theater.
great.
And I'm like, you could buy this for $25-$30. And people are choosing to see it on the big screen. So it just shows you if people want to see movies in the theater, they will. But some people don't go to the theaters. And now they just made $30 on them a pop. It's just business. It's a new...
Well, I think he's also saying is like, I got Peacemaker coming out. Like it's just, there was just like a lot of DC stuff happening. And I don't know how much of that is true or him doing a little...
I think it's a very diplomatic response. I think it's a little of both. I think the WB, the studio, is saying, hey, it's kind of whatever, we need to make money.
It's not a
on
WB
VOD.
movie.
The parents do. Okay.
Yeah.
DC,
I'm just saying, like,
I get what you're saying totally, but I do think there's a little bit more strategy with the money than just I want.
Zaslav's like, you put that shit on digital, will you?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah, I think there's a certain number where they get to where they're like, they can see the diminishing returns, and they know there are people waiting for it.
Right.
I know theatrical exhibitors are not going to be happy with that, but again, my point is, like, I went to the theater and saw people are still turning up for it, which shows you there's just a different marketplace. Some people never go to the theater.
Yeah.
We're there over 50 times a year.
That's true.
Just for the show, not the times we go outside of that, right? So it's interesting when I talk to people and they go, man, I haven't been to the theater in a couple years. And you're like, I live there, right?
Yeah.
But those people are not going to go see Superman. So whether you put it at 4, 6, 8, 12, they're literally going to wait until it's out on digital.
Right.
So now they get the people that love theaters and they get the people on digital. And I think that's going to be a shift there. It's like 4 weeks in the theaters.
Well, I think they tried it during COVID and it didn't work during COVID, but maybe it does now.
Yeah, I'm not for movies going straight to streaming, but I think you give a theater a month. Like, I'm sorry, but like, if you have a month to go there, that's a lot of time. And if you can't, you watch it at home. I mean, I think that's reasonable.
Yeah, I don't think it's unreasonable.
A month,
but this is to me, this is like, yeah, you can wait for this.
And it's been like 6 weeks for Superman, hasn't it?
No, it was 4 weeks for Superman.
Was it really?
Did it come out after July 4th?
It might have been that
I
weekend.
thought it was in June.
Yeah. When I was looking at the report,
it was like June 26th.
I think it was 4. Okay, it was 4 or 5 weeks. I thought it was 4, but it's somewhere in there. But that's about what movies do now is they go for 4 weeks and then. But I love it. They didn't pull it from theaters.
Yeah,
no, it's still
rocking and rolling.
They
found that some movies people are still going to go to.
That's the sweet spot. I've seen that, and then what was the other one? There was another movie playing.
Jurassic World,
whatever it's Rebirth.
Did that
just hit streaming.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, so you know what I mean? I think there's a really good dual release where it's not like straight to streaming or even the same time. You give theaters a theatrical 30-day, 4-week window, and then you put it on digital and keep it in theaters for a couple more.
And whatever
weeks.
happens.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So there you go.
So anyway, I guess there's that one. This one just did not work for me.
That's fair.
Yeah. I guess let's go around the table and everyone can say where to find them.
This is Joe. You can follow me on the Twitter and all other socials, Blue Sky and Letterboxd, all that good stuff, at Joey Butts, BUTTS21.
This is Kevin. Follow me on Twitter at Kevin R. Brackett.
And this is Tom. You can follow me on Blue Sky and Threads at Tom O'Keefe Jr. or on Facebook at Facebook.com/Tom O'Keefe. Find the show online, Facebook.com/Real Spoilers. While you're there, like the page, join the group, and of course, don't forget our Patreon, $5 a month.
Right.
And it helps the show out tremendously. So that's it for this one. Thanks for tuning in. And until next time, Paul removes the mind control device from Sam's neck.
Get ready for a spoiler. Won't say it twice, 'cause we already